13th, everybody. Hope you guys have had an awesome week. I first want to apologize for kind of being a little bit not like being loud in our team chat. I had this weird vertigo thing going on that was really weird. I've never been through it before. I don't know if anybody here has ever been through it before, but it was quite different. And then yesterday I had this horrible migraine all day, and so it just took everything I had to be able to post and message and try to get my own tasks done. So I apologize for that. But we're in close to the middle of the month. It is Friday the 13th, as you all know. I believe paychecks have posted. Actually, I do know they posted. I post about it. So paychecks are here. And if you're looking at your paycheck and you're like, you know what, I'm not happy with it, okay? If that's your first thought, then you need to kind of sit back and figure out what it is that you need to do to get your check higher, okay? That's number one. Number two, if you're looking at your check and you're like, yeah, you know what, I put a lot of work in, this doesn't reflect that, then you need to sit down and write a list of what you feel. Because something that I've kind of realized over the time in this business is that I'll say things like, oh God, I really worked so hard and I tried so hard and I was doing this, and then when I sat down and actually wrote out what I did, and I'm like, you know what, really didn't do that much work, or the work that I did do wasn't productive work. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Is working smarter, not harder. Okay, it's making sure that you are making really good use of the time that you have, okay? Because we are all very busy. As we've got young moms on our team with brand new babies. We've got moms of teenagers. We've got a mom of an 18-year-old. Sorry, I'm still struggling with that a little bit. My younger son's in football, and he's at football 4 nights a week, and then games, and then Jen's got her kids in band, and their band is crazy outrageous. They practice all the time. They have competitions every weekend. So we are not just a bunch of people that are just sitting at home doing nothing, okay? And I work full-time. I know a lot of other people on our team work full-time and part-time. We've got husbands that are needy and want our attention, and so it's about, and we want to have a life besides just working, so you really got to figure out, am I making the best use of my time? Am I really working hard, or do I feel like I'm working hard because I'm putting all this extra time in, but it's not the right quality of time, okay? So you're the only one that can answer that. I can't answer it for you. Jen can't answer it for you. Stacy can't answer it for you. You have to decide if you're doing the right work, okay? So what I mean by that is every day I wake up, and I know I've talked to you guys about this before, but every day I wake up and I put together some sort of quote, and it's kind of based on how I feel when I first wake up, right? So I do my quote, and then I check in with my team, I check in with my messages, my potential customers, or if somebody's messaged me about a product or whatever, I get back to people. I try to send out 20 to 25 messages in the morning before I even get ready for work. That's what I try to do, which means I need to get up 45 minutes earlier than I'd want to, because I want to make sure that I put some time into my business. If I treat my business like a hobby, my paycheck's going to look like a hobby's paycheck. If I treat my business like a business, my paycheck's going to continue to look the way that I want it to look, okay? I want to be diamond. I am going to be diamond. My goal is to be diamond. I want you guys to be ruby and emerald and diamond. Our team is going to explode, okay? You ladies are putting in the time, you're putting in the effort, and now we just want to make sure that all of that's matching up. That the time, the effort, the work, the personal development, the messaging, we want to make sure that our messages are meaningful, that we're not just sending messages to get 50 messages a day. And I'm not saying they have to be long, but make sure you're not just messaging about it works. Make sure you're not just asking about host to post. Make sure you're hey girl, I saw that picture of your dog the other day. Oh my God, he is so cute. Or, hey, my God, I saw that you posted about, I had a girl message me, okay? Turned out she was a network marketer. But I thought it was she said, hey, I saw your post about the vertigo. I just want to tell you, I actually belong to a group that have dealt with people that, don't know what this vertigo thing is. Could I add you to that? She didn't bring up her business at all. She didn't talk about her business at all. I didn't know until I started scrolling through her Facebook. We talked for the last 4 days. She's amazing. And I was so inspired by her. I said, I need to remind myself to not be looking at these people as potential sales, but as people. Okay, that's really important, that we're looking at them as people, because they are people. Okay, you want to look at them the way you want to treat them the way you'd want to be treated. Okay, and I'm not saying that there are some times when we're just trying to get a host to post and we're just going to send a batch of host to post, and that's okay. But just make sure that it's that quality, and it's not just the quantity all the time, but it's the quality. It's just like, don't put up a product post just to get a second product post of the day. Make sure you're putting up posts that mean something. Like, I have found that me talking about my dog getting neutered has been huge. People are constantly messaging about it. They're commenting on it. They're liking it days after. Okay, my son turning 18. All of the posts that I get the biggest reaction to are my adventure posts, which is why Jen did that amazing, beautiful video where she was, their background was everywhere. Like, I can't wait to go to Florida next week because I am thinking of every little scenario that I can do to talk about what I'm doing. And it's not just about going to Florida. You can do that taking a drive down the street. You can do that getting your dog neutered. Like, who would have thought getting your dog neutered would be such a big adventure? But it has been. And I've asked for their advice and I've asked for their suggestions. I've complained about it. I've cried about it. I've laughed about it. It's been a huge process. And it's just been a 1 week. And it started with me talking about, my dog was whining all the time. He was having accidents in the house. What do I do? Like, it started months ago, me talking about that. So you really need to sit down and just think, what can I do that's going to pull people in to want to get to know me? And sometimes that just means that you need to start thinking about what would somebody else need to do for me to want to get to know them. So I know these are all things we've talked about before, but I think it's so important that we continue to keep talking about it, my hair is like, I don't know what happened up here, sorry. I think it's just hugely important that we just continue to be talking about it, continue to be, sorry, I'm just like noticing that my hair is like crazy and I don't know why. All right, there, got a little distracted there. That we're just making sure that we're not just putting in 7 hours a day, but having it not mean anything, okay? I put in between an hour to 2.5 hours a day, and it really just depends on the day. And I'll tell you, I've had a lot of people, I am like, my inbox for the first time since I started this business is constantly moving. I have people that are messaging me, I have people that are talking to me, people that are talking about my weight loss results, people that are talking about how my hair looks, people that are talking about how they just really are inspired by my quotes. Like, it's exciting. It's exciting because I am not putting like way more effort than I was 3 months ago. I'm just being consistent. And that's what I wanted you guys to remember. Consistency is key. If you're posting for a day or two and then you get frustrated because you don't get a customer and then you just stop posting for a week, guess what? People are not going to follow you anymore. And your distributors under you are not going to work hard because they're going to see that you're just giving up. And that's just kind of how this business works. So whether you sign a customer in a month or not, being consistent is key. If you're consistent, I promise you, if you're doing the right things, you're messaging, you're posting, and you're being consistent, people will start coming to you. Okay, you will start signing people. But if you just give up and you post for 2 days and then you don't, and then you post for 2 days and then you don't, and then you start sending negative things, and then you just, your vibe is negative, that's what people are going to feel from you. And they're going to stop watching you, they're going to stop following you, they're going to stop trusting you. So I'm doing a flash contest. It is for every 30 BV that you buy yourself or sign a customer for, you'll get 1 entry. I'm giving away an awesome prize. I know that Jen's contest, I think, ends this weekend, or maybe it's today. So this is just it's a 48-hour thing. You got from today till Sunday. For any customer you sign or any order you put in, for every 30 BV, you get 1 entry, and I will let you know what the prize is, but it's awesome. All right, thank you guys. I love you, team, and that's gotta be a wrap because I gotta get back to work.